Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Phil and Candace, and we got another ReZero review for you today, and it's episode 34, and it's called Love, 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 Love You. And it's episode 9, I think, of the season. I need to double check on that. But this is another phenomenal episode for me, again. And this is another episode where we get a bunch of information, and for one, we get to see some of the other witches. We get to see maybe even the Witch of Envy at the very end. We need to talk about that. And then we get to see some information about Roswell, and then stuff that's happening in the sanctuary, other than what we've been seeing in the past lives that Subaru's been doing. But let's get right into it. So a brief summary is Subaru is at the witches' tea party with Echidna, and then he gets to meet some of the other witches and ask them questions or interact with them. And then we get the climax of the episode at the very end.
The whole thing is basically him trying to figure out how to beat the rabbits.
Yeah, the great rabbit.
Yeah, the great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the main goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So I forgot about that.
That's the whole point.
Okay, so it picks up where we left off last episode. So it was him talking to Echidna, and now finally he's like a complete change of heart than the first time he went to the tea party, because now he does want to ask questions and he wants to learn some stuff. And now that he's able to confide in Echidna, it's like they've got their own little special relationship now. And now he's explaining how he got killed, and then he wants to know more about these rabbits that killed him. And then we find out it is a mob beast, and it's one of the 3 worst ones that Daphne created, the Witch of Gluttony. And she created that one, the Great Rabbit, the White Whale, and the Black Serpent, is what he said. So there's another one also that they're gonna have to worry about probably later on. So they're trying to figure out a way to take it down, like you said. And then Echidna was like, why don't you just ask Daphne, like yourself?
Yeah, but you know how the witches reside in her, and so she has to switch souls or body with them. But she didn't recommend it, because if Subaru's soul gets destroyed, it's going to be permanently destroyed, is how I understood it. Is it soul or spirit or something like that? So he has to be careful, but obviously, what's the point of going through all this if he doesn't get the answer? So he went ahead and said, I want to meet her regardless. And so we go ahead and meet. Well, unexpectedly, we meet the other ones. Well,
because he's like, go ahead and do it. Because Echidna was asking if he's sure, and he's like, yeah, just do it. And then, like you said, unexpectedly, we get somebody showing up. What? I know, it's like what you said.
And so...
Who shows up?
Okay, so the first one that shows up is some random kid. The first thing I thought of was, why is he looking in her eyes?
That's what I thought too.
I'm like, what are you doing? And then that witch shook hands with him.
I was like, why are you touching her now? That was the first thing Echidna said too. It was like, don't touch her, don't look in her, don't
look in the eyes,
and don't release her chains.
Don't let her go, or whatever. And we knew that Subaru is I know he's a fucking idiot. He's dumb, but I didn't know he was that kind of level dumb. I don't know. Wouldn't you be careful and back off the moment that she tries to get close to you, or when Subaru was looking at that first witch, because you don't know what she looks like, and the camera paneled from the feet going up to the head, and so I would assume that he would stop right at the chin, or right below the nose, but it just went all the way up to the eyes and just looked at her. And so it was just, I was like, why?
Because I thought it was Daphne too first.
But the thing is, you don't even know what Daphne looks like.
Yeah.
And Anyway,
he broke the rules immediately.
Yeah.
He's like talking to her too, like normal. And so the first thing she wants to know from him is like, is he a bad guy? And then she's like, I don't know, did she like search his energy or something? Because she says, you're not a bad guy. And then
like if
she's like, touch my hand.
Well, if she said that if Subaru was a bad guy, he would be able to feel the pain.
If you're a sinner, you feel the pain or something like that, right?
Yeah, if when she took his arm off of him,
and then,
but he didn't feel anything, so she said he's not a bad guy.
That was a funny part because she's just like holding his whole arm and he didn't even realize.
Yeah,
that was funny.
And then she went ahead and go take the other parts of his body.
Yeah, do you think it fell apart because he sees himself as a bad guy, is what she was saying?
Yeah, like I think she said
he's such a good guy that he sees himself as a bad guy because of his sins, is what.
No,
right? Is that what she
like
said?
Like he thinks he's a sinner, even though. So she was saying that Subaru sees himself as a sinner, even though he has a good heart. Or even though he's not a bad guy, but I feel like part of it was because, you know, maybe like he feels responsible for the people that died, and like he feels like everything is his fault. Why, you know, all the people that's in the animal, the Petrush. It's like, you know, everybody died, and maybe that's why he thinks he's a sinner, even though he really is not.
It could be a bunch of reasons throughout the whole show, but. Yeah, so he ends up like breaking his whole body, right? And just falling to pieces.
Yeah, and then so Wrath comes in and then fixes him.
Yeah, she comes out of the sky too. Mm-hmm. Oh, we didn't even describe. Tiffon was like this little girl, right? And she had like a dress and green hair or blue hair.
Something that you wouldn't expect that a witch would look like, basically.
Yeah, she just looked like a normal little kid, pretty much. And then Wrath comes in and she's like she is blonde and like older.
She looks like a fairy to me.
Yeah, and then like she had hearts coming out whenever she landed, and
I was like, what was going on?
And then it shows her as soon as she lands, she starts like hitting Subaru and his body apart, but it's like it healed him,
fixing him.
And I remember in the episode where Echidna was describing the witches, they were like, she said through her fist she would heal the world, I think. So she's literally like able to heal with her powers are healing on Wrath.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
I remember something like that too.
Yeah, and she seemed like she actually did, like she was angry but like energetic, but it seemed like she was actually wanting to help people. That she didn't seem like bad.
Yeah, none of the witches, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah. That
I feel like none of them, with the exception of two, like, it's like they need to do like bad stuff for like a greater good kind of.
Yeah,
anyway, that's like how it sounded like before.
Like,
yeah,
they're kind of misunderstood, especially with Gluttony, which we find out because after Wrath, which is what's her name, Minerva, heals Subaru. She goes away and she's like, "I'll heal everybody next time." And
it's like they'll make it sound like it's a threat.
It's like, "I'll buy you lunch next time." Something like it's not even bad. But anyway, they switch places, and now it's actually Gluttony. What is her name? Daphne. And it shows up. It's like this kind of like sarcophagus, kind of, or like the maid. What's it called? The Iron Maiden doll thing. It kind of seemed like that, but it opens up, and then it's like she's kind of young too, and she's got like rounded teeth, and she's blindfolded, and she's got chains holding up her, like restraining her arms and her legs. And then this sarcophagus thing that she's in has little spider legs, and she can move around in that.
Yeah.
But now it makes sense because first he couldn't even look in her eyes because they're covered up. So like I'm really curious about her strengths. But one of the main things she said right away was that she loves his smell and she just wants to eat him. Like
smell of a witch.
Is that the reason? Do you think?
But that's what everybody been telling about Subaru. He smelled like a witch. Pretty much. Yeah,
you're right. So, but anyway, he starts talking to her, and he's asking about the three beasts, and it was really interesting her reasoning for making each one, because she said the white whale. Well, she describes them like they're little puppies and stuff, right? Didn't she say like whale, Chan, and Usagi-chan, like that's how she said it.
Yeah, like I don't know,
real
like
friendly.
Yeah, very. What do you call it? Casual.
Yeah, real casual. And then Subaru's like, "You mean the white whale, the great rabbit, and the black serpent?" But anyway, their reasoning was like, well, if they killed the whale and they all chopped it up, so many people could be fed. And then for the rabbit, she's like, well, do you have infinite food then? You just gotta eat as many rabbit as you want. But then, like you said, they're like misunderstood in their ways. Maybe they don't truly know how they can help.
Yeah. I don't know if she really meant that, or if, like, I don't know, like, maybe.
I feel like it is.
Because, I feel like she's also chained for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's not fully a good intentional thing. Maybe that was the original intention. Maybe it was originally a good intention, but she's blindfolded. She's chained up for a reason. And so I feel like she's not fully really like a good witch compared to the other ones that we've seen. Does that make sense? Compared to Wrath,
She's lesser,
I guess.
yeah.
Compared to Wrath, or compared to, even Echidna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, we'll talk about her in a second, but that was pretty much the whole conversation, and he was asking her about how can he stop the beast, especially the rabbit. And she said that it's attracted to people with very strong magic. Mana.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you just have to use them as bait and then kill everyone at the same time.
Wait. Attracted to mana, or they use a lot of mana?
I think it was attracted to high concentrations of mana, is what he said. So you can use someone that's got a lot of mana as bait, and then they could kill them that way. So that was what I understood when I heard that.
I forgot. I thought it said, like, it uses a lot of mana, and so the first thing I thought of was, is there a way for, to use all of their mana and then use it as, like a tactic kind of thing, and then kill them whenever they've used all of their manas? Is what I thought it was.
No. I think it was they were attracted to mana. That's what I remember. Because I remember him saying the bait thing. Like, use someone with a lot of mana as bait.
Okay.
Yeah, but because that thing, they said it can multiply infinitely. And that was the main thing. So you have to
kill them all at once.
Yeah, because she said it wasn't as strong as the white whale. Echidna said it wasn't as strong as the white whale,
but it's more bothersome.
It's way more difficult to kill it.
Yeah, I guess more complicated to kill him.
And it sounds like it really is. But that was the whole thing he asked of her. And each witch didn't have that much time with him. Like, it was pretty quick, each one. Probably like 2 minutes or less, each one.
Yeah.
Daphne was probably the longest one. And it seemed like when he got back, it was Pride. Typhon was really excited to meet him. And then I think Minerva just went just to help him out. So
yeah, that's what Echidna said. It's like she had to call Minerva to patch him up. And then finally Daphne.
Yeah. Which is really cool that we got to see these witches.
They felt underwhelming for me. Like, they look like, I guess. Like, Echidna and Envy looks so cool and well done. Like, very intimidating looking witches. And then these kid looking witches here. And I'm like...
Which one did you... Out of the 3 new ones, which one did you like the most?
I don't know. I guess Daphne.
Oh, let's say, which personality did you like the most? And then which character design did you like the most?
Personality, I don't know. Like, I feel like it was too short to say anything, but appearance wise, I would say Daphne.
I think she had the most interesting design too.
I guess so, yeah.
Just because, like, it was really cool that she was in that sarcophagus thing, and then she was binded, so there's questions still about her we're not sure about. So it just gives us more stuff to think about.
Yeah, but so we meet those 3, and then we go back to Echidna, and then Subaru said that it felt like seeing family, like being home and seeing his family again. And so it felt good or relieving.
And then funny. He even said that she was the most normal out of the witches, which is saying a lot.
For real.
But it was cool. So as he gets back, he starts getting these pains, he feels like he's gonna faint, and Echidna explains that's him trying to wake up or somebody's trying to wake him up. And so quickly he's trying to see, like, what's the payment that I have to do so I can retain my memories of you. And then the kid just asked for the handkerchief that Petra gave to him.
Yeah, I forgot it was given. Petra gave it to him.
And then her reason was just it's proof that of the caring for him and also of her existence.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. And then she gets to keep it, and then he gets to keep it in his real world when he goes back to. So I guess it's just a proof of emotion that someone, like, I guess that love that she just wants to have proof of it for Echidna. Or what did you think?
I feel like she just wanted to, like, just extra knowledge for her.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Knowledge of that relationship or bond that they have, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so he goes back, and then he thinks it's Amelia waking him up, but he gets back and Amelia's not there. What did you think right away? Because I thought she would ran out like he did.
Like he said? Like what he said?
Yeah, but then I thought in my head too, that's not like her. I feel like she would have stayed with him just like he would have stayed with her if something happened.
Yeah, but I feel like she would also call for help. Like, I feel like it was, like, you know, if she couldn't do anything, she would call for help to...
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, save Subaru or wake him up or whatever. And so we see this dark clouds atmosphere.
Yeah, when he goes out. It looks like it's like a sea or like fog of just blackness.
Yeah.
Covering like the whole area around the
sanctuary.
The trial area, the sanctuary, yeah.
Because, I mean, even it was even with, like, it goes out to where Roswell was at.
Yeah, it was like over the whole thing. It was everywhere. And then he sees like this little figure coming, and it keeps saying like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. It was saying Aishiteru, right?
Yeah.
And this is like, what's the difference between?
It's just stronger, I guess. It's just more like...
Is it romantic?
Almost.
Okay.
Wait, was she really saying Aishiteru? Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's just stronger.
And then he was like, why are you here? Like, because I guess he assumes it's the Witch of Envy, Satella. But did you look at her? It looked like it was Amelia's clothes that she had on.
I mean, they both look the same. That's why Amelia is being mistaken all the time as the Witch of Envy.
But it looked like her clothes when he came. Let me just look.
She was in this cloak. I didn't really take a good look. I'm just like...
Let me see. Let's look at it together. Okay, so the outfit wasn't... It was a different outfit. We went back and looked at it. But I was looking at the neck, and the choker looked the same. And then the collar had the same design with the trim of the purple on there. So I guess I just didn't look close enough when I was watching. But it was definitely a different outfit. And it seems like it is Satella.
Probably.
Yeah. So she's like coming to him floating, and she's in this like sea of the black whatever it is that she's floating in. And she's like saying I love you, and she like wraps her arms around him, and he's just like shocked. And then all of a sudden he gets saved by Garfield. Like he comes out of the sky and like knocks him apart, and then he's able to grab him, and they run back to the village area of the sanctuary. And then,
did you think somebody would save him? I
thought somebody would. I kind of thought he was just gonna die there.
And then go back again.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what happens is he sees that Satella, or what we think is her, is not chasing after them. It's like she's heading back to the mansion. And that's when he gets worried, and he's like, I'll try to stop you. Like, I'm gonna go stop you. And then that's where the credits start ending, or the credits start rolling. And then we get... Afterwards, it's Roswell in the bed, and you can see the darkness is like consuming the room he's in. And then he pulls out another book, and it's the exact same one that Beatrice had.
So he has the other copy.
So he's got the other copy. So that means he's controlling her, right? If he's able to write what's in the book, and he can direct her to act in whatever way he wants her to, right? If it's similar to how the gospel works.
Can Beatrice write on that book?
I feel like she wouldn't, though. She probably could. Well, we don't know if it works
'cause
interchangeably.
The way I understand it is that whatever's written in the book should be followed.
Yeah.
And so there's only 2 copies of it. So whatever Beatrice has to be whatever the information of the book that Beatrice has to have the same information of wherever the other book was. So I'm thinking maybe Roswell is also just following the gospel in the book. Maybe. And part of the reason why Roswell is helping Subaru is because the same reason why Beatrice is helping Subaru is because it's in the book. It tells it in the book.
Maybe. I was thinking more cynically, like he's like using it to control Beatrice.
Maybe.
That's the way I thought.
Maybe.
Because like if they're linked in any way and he's able to just write whatever, then he can just like, all right, you need to be friends with Subaru. Be nice to him today. I don't know, whatever.
Maybe.
But that's the way my mind was working. What, you think is crazy?
No, it could happen.
Okay. Anyway, well, he has this whole speech about hell. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
And then he's like, if we're gonna go through hell, I'll walk with you, or I'll strive to be. You're just talking about how he's ready to deal with this. Yeah. And then stop laughing at me.
I'm not.
I hear you laughing. And then he ends. He ends with him saying that Subaru, like, you need to do better next time or make the right choices next time. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
But that was the whole episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's one of the best ones this season, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was really good, and it's just moving the story forward, and I'm just ready to hear. I want to see him have some more interaction with Satella, if it's really her.
Who? Oh, Subaru?
Yeah, Subaru, or even her with anybody. Maybe her with Amelia. That'd be interesting. Because we still don't know where any of them are. But we still don't know where Amelia is, or whoever was outside the sanctuary was. The witch's graveyard was.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so far the only other 2 that we saw was
Garfield and Roswell.
Yeah, Garfield and Roswell. So I don't know where Ram is and the other ones.
Otto and
yeah.
But anyway, that was the episode. 10 out of 10. I'm just kidding. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're sticking around and listening, and we'll be back with another one, hopefully pretty soon. But thank y'all for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.